Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I don't think you're Mr. Krabs. Fuck. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick FAQ video for ear stretching, gauges, plugs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The first question is, what is the correct term? The correct term is really stretching, so when you say gauging or gauges or whatever, it's really like wrong, but I say gauges. I like saying gauges. I'm probably not going to stop saying gauges, because honestly it's really like a slang term. People know what you mean. As long as people know what you mean and you get your point across, then you're pretty good. But I don't know, some people are really anal about that. The size that I started at was an 8. I'll show you that. This, really tiny, but you know, big for a first stretch. But the reason I started at an 8 was because when I was in like elementary school and I used to wear like hoop earrings, some chick that I hated pulled my earring, so like it just messed up my earlobe hole. So I guess it was pretty okay for me to start at an 8. So I did. First time stretching, you obviously should not start at an 8. That's ridiculous. Oh, my hand's slimy. So I think if it's your first time stretching your ears, you should start at like probably a 16 or 14, maybe a 12. It depends on how long you've had your ears pierced. Another question is, how long should you wait in between stretches? I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but I usually wait like 1 or 2 weeks. Well, like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I wait like a week after my ear stops hurting after stretching. A lot of people wait like a month or like 3 months at a time. Just never do it when your ear's hurting, obviously, because that is just common sense. Yeah, I wait a week after my ear stops hurting. My ears are good, so whatever. Okay, the next question is, what methods are there for stretching your ears? You can use tapers, which look like this, and you just shove that in your ear hole, basically. It's easy. You could also use the taping method, which basically, I don't have any tape right now, but you just take tape and you wrap it around a plug daily or weekly. That's what I do. It's cheaper because I don't have to go buy tapers and plugs, especially if I'm not going to be at that size for very long. Another thing is dead stretching, which is ridiculous because you have to wait like forever. Basically you just take a plug, or you have your ear, and then you take that plug out and you just put another plug in there. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. That is not recommended. Another not recommended method is silicone. People take like these little silicone plugs or tunnels, whatever, and fold them up and put them in their ear and stretch like that. That's also not recommended because silicone is porous, and I guess more bacteria can get in there, and then your ear can get stuck to it and whatever. Next question is, have you ever gotten a blowout? I have not. Thank God, because that is painful. Although I haven't gotten a blowout, I have gotten some awkward infections. Infections are easy to get rid of. I also have a video on cleaning my ears. That was a while ago. I was at like a 0. And I didn't have an infection in that video. Well, I might have. But that's how I would clean an infection. Whether or not I did have one, I don't remember. So, I just, in case you don't feel like going and watching that, I would just take some hydrogen peroxide and a Q-tip, and obviously dip the Q-tip in the hydrogen peroxide, take out my plugs, clean it in there, and then clean my plugs with soap and water. Easy. If you do that like every day if you do that every day, your infection will probably go away within a week. I'm not gonna guarantee that, but that's how it is for me. But everybody's body is different, so you know. The next question is, what is the best material to stretch with? Metal. There's problems with like everything else. Acrylic, I don't know why you're not supposed to stretch with acrylic. I think it's porous, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't go by my word. I read it on the internet. They can't put things on the internet if it's not true. Right? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with acrylic. It could be porous, but I stretch with it, but still I used to stretch with it, before taping. But yeah, if you want to be safe, go with metal. You could probably get away with acrylic though. Also, I think acrylic irritates your ears. So, but things I know are porous are like wood or silicone. Also, I've heard glass is good to stretch with. I've never done that. The last question is, what is the point of no return when stretching your ears? It's different with everybody. I've heard 4, I've heard 2, I've heard 0, double 0. I've even heard 1/2, which is what I'm at. I don't think this will go back to normal. But I could be wrong. But I can't really tell you what your point of no return will be because it's different. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's ears are different. That was all the questions that I had. If you have any questions that you did not get answered in this video, please leave them down in the comments. I will try my best to answer them. I'm not internet famous, so I will probably answer every question I get, unless it's 3 years from that upload date down there, because that's ridiculous. Please go find another video. And also, I wanted to tell people, I'm not going to be like, you better leave me questions. No, I'm going to ask you politely because that's who I am. Leave me questions about my smiley. I did it about, I don't know if it was a week ago. It might have been more than a week ago or something, but ask about that. I'd love to do an FAQ video on that. I don't know, ask me about my personal life. I like doing FAQ videos. They're interesting. I get to share my knowledge with the world. So, amuse me. Leave me questions. Also, you could leave me, dares, and I could do, the Dare of the Week video, every Friday or something. That would be kind of cool. So, yeah, smiley, dares, me. I think that's the end of this video. Bye, Internet.